Confessions, Volume 1. For the record. Open your eye in alignment with time and you'll see the truth like it's a physical thing. From the darkness I arise, so it's not a surprise when you learn of the light that I bring. As above, so below, I find a rhythm and flow as I grow with the pendulum swing. This is the matrix where everyone's faking they sleep here in life while we wake up in dreams. Shedding the skin like a serpent, this work makes it worth it. Attaining a purpose while searching internal, examine what all is in me. Most will not make it there, so can I take it? Reality shaking, you've seen what I've seen. Reap what you sow, we're the weavers of speech, achievers, and this is the read 'em and weed 'em. You cannot read them, vibrations that none of them speak. Walk a MDWNTR, light is feather is heavy to learn that your will isn't free. Nectar willing, I continue to lead with my ebas. I'm sweeping my consciousness clean. Training in realms that are unseen, my aura is sun, set fire to all of the fiends. Stand on my Atef is all seeing, I we supply 93, that means we are supreme. Healing through tones on my senses, connecting in this year. Wealthy is health, this is green. This is illusion, reality veiled in delusion. Thoughts become intrusive, it's foolish to not know by now that it ain't what it seems. This is way more than belief, I see clearly the lies. My six senses of sight are hypnotized, no wonder everyone sleeps. Open your eyes. It's time to set off the alarms, the performance self-harm. Don't you know you're a star, God in human form, and you rise with the beast. More than man, bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper. Seeing the state of the planet, the damage, the famines expanding beyond your belief. I see they landed, they've handed the people a cannon and aiming it right at your feet. Blowing a hole where you're standing, creating the panic. The tactical planning is deep. Teaching you're only a man and that God is in heaven, the seventh outside of your reach. If you're the question, they'll call you a manic, frantic, erratic, depression, demonic. When you're teaching through the magical speech, they'll call you serpent, the one in the garden. Pardon my knowledge for having the knowledge and prowess to see. He really told the truth to Adam and Eve. You'll have distinction between good and evil if you eat of the fruit of the tree. Now you're a god, open your eye, cleansing yourself so that now you can see. They stole the stories and twisted them like it's a spliff. They put the fire to leaf, I put the fire to speech. I put the fire to heat. We don't do liars and thieves, they just desire to greed. This is my record to keep, this is my throne. You cannot sit in my seat, and I command it. I give more than 10 commandments. This is the law of attraction, and we have infinite stamina. My stage is where I'm standing. This is my art, God is in me. I only keep goddesses with me. They are the magical beings, they are the holy ones, birthing the gods. We're overcoming the odds. We are the even and odd. They're in the odds, we're in the all. Ancestors answer my prayers, forever grateful. I will forever say thank you. Inspiration to awake the sleepers. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper.
Prosperity. May your monument be established on the foundations of Ma'at, and may you rise and come forth as conscious light, like the divine Ra, who rise and shine forevermore, Ma'at.
I look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead, though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. Look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. I am him, king, crown, rings, that's who I am in. Mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swang, samurai. I am Shem, Su, Hor, son of Heru. I am him, king, crown, rings, that's who I am in. Mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swang, samurai. I am Shem, Su, Hor, son of Heru. Words powerful, HEKA, see proof. You can feel the roots gone, just look up, I am proof. Breaking doors down, make some room. But I is now speaking through me and trust me.
Tap, mic check. Welcome to the house of ATTON. Ancient Tahuti and Teachings on the Tiru presents The Teachings of KaGemni by Atef Rem Qem Maat and the House of ATTON. Before I introduce the brothers on the panel, we will begin as we do every week with our Nefer affirmation. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Unki em Maat, Un in S, Nintet or Set em Maat, Min Hepapet em Maat, Her in Hukui, Per Iku. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. I am the mighty Atef Rem Qem Maat. Esteemed brethren, as a devoted disciple of the master teacher Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, I humbly serve as your guide and host within the sacred halls of the House of ATTON. Each week we gather here to immerse ourselves in the profound teachings of Ma'at. On a journey of enlightenment, within this sanctuary we explore the depth of truth, drawing wisdom from ancient artifacts and the profound teachings passed down by the great Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. My commitment extends beyond these gatherings. As a true-hearted devotee, I strive to live and breathe the principles of Ma'at, showing love for my people and resonating with the sacred vibrations of the MDWNTR. I stand as a steadfast guardian of Ma'at, protecting the sacred laws that govern our existence within the House of ATTON. Next we have the mighty, the Gem Primordial Thought 9 is a seeker of divine wisdom, the wisdom with universal structure, the wisdom that remains the same from every perspective, the wisdom that adapts to any interaction, the wisdom that creates silence, the wisdom that sustains the House of ATTON. And last but not least, we have the mighty scribe Ani PTAH Aten Tahuti Tatir Vizier, overseer of administration of the House of ATTON, chief treasurer, Shesh Nasut, royal scribe of Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, Sab scribe of Ra, Sajed E, reciter of Aku, effective words of conscious light, one grade of HEKA, excellent of magic, technology architect of Tahuti, Bull of Ma'at, truly silent one, controller of temper, most expert in his calling, protector of the Natiru, Neb Ak, Lord of excellence, son of the great unifier, Nu, holder of the secrets of the Duat, Smile is second, one skilled in the arts of music and poetry, Him Neti Tepi, and Sheshet, high priest of Sheshet, Saba and MDWNTR, teacher of the divine language, embodiment of Patah's writing board and Tahuti's mirror, leader with the Ha, Sep Eve, great of humility, servant of the people, Tahuti manifesting him, Eru manifesting him as Patah, Neb Ma'at, Lord of truth, Shemsu Natiru, messenger and follower of the Natiru, Patah Ani Aten Tahuti, a living netta upon earth who lives in Ma'at, Dujed Usir, life, stability, and wealth. Welcome to Study Guide Sundays. Hotep, great brother, good to see you. Peace and love. You're on mute.
Hotep, mic check.
Mic check, I can hear you. Peace, great brother.
All right, peace, Hotep Hinu to the great Atef Rem Qem Maat, the great the Jed. He'll be joining us a little bit later. And peace and love to everyone here with us live. Hit the like button as you come in, and also for everyone watching on the playback, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and that the notification bell is set to all. So yeah, Hotep Hinu, great Great Atef Rem. How you feeling? What's on your eve, great brother?
Peace, great brother. Feeling very nefer. It's a great weekend. Just still digesting Faba's class from yesterday about mommy water. I had my first time ever hearing and learning about that character again. I love learning the truth. I love learning the truth. So yeah, that was wonderful. Yesterday's Sabbath class. I want to give a Hotep Hinu to the great brother who asked that question. I think it was the Jed's brother who asked that question. So to for asking that question, man, because the other question you asked, I think it was him that asked about Abraxas. I had never heard that neither. And then I saw recently, and I could be late with this. I don't know if this was before or after, but I saw Killer Priest had I don't know if it's a song or an album, but that was my second time seeing that word because I had never even saw the word before. So, I love it, man. I'm feeling very natural. Family is good, and looking forward to today's presentation. Just having fun with it, brother. How are you?
I am at Kerr. Very nefer, thankful and grateful, great brother, and just happy to be here and in the presence of the Netter and another Tuameni production to take in. So I'm looking forward to this right here in KaGemni. I love KaGemni. It's another very deep papyrus that's highly poetic and interweaves neferly between literal and metaphor, and it's a perfect example to show just some of the skill set, especially when you look into the MDWNTR of KaGemni. Just how deep the writings are, and so I love this one, and its focus on greed, and what all that means, right? We just have that English word greed, but the Medu word. So taking that into context, into what you're going to show, and always, I look forward to revisiting and re-listening through the different Seba'it at different periods of time, especially when there's growth. Anytime that there's expansion and you look back, that you always find new gems every single time. That's why I love the Medu, because every time I revisit, there's always new gems just right there for you, right there, just and that you didn't see before. So every time is like a new time for me going into the Seba'it. So I'm looking forward to this, great brother, and seeing just the work that you do in the creative artistic space of bringing the writings to life and animating the words. So I'm looking forward to this, great brother.
I'm learning. I'm just learning, brother. I'm having fun with the buttons. I'm just learning, and I feel like I'm settling in. We were talking on before the show started, and we was talking about the technology, how with the advancement of technology, now it's becoming more difficult to see what's real and what's not real. Without it just requires more discernment. So I'm just trying to use the technology in a way that pleases the Netter. It does please my Eve, just learning and growing for sure. But yeah, I'm just just having fun with it now. It's definitely becoming really. I'm really enjoying it. Because my Eve is in it, so I don't. It is challenging, but it's fun. I'm having fun doing it. I'm enjoying. I don't even. The word fun ain't. The etymology of the word fun is not the correct word, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying creating these presentations, and I'm gonna tell you something else too, right? Every one that I do, I I see myself doing over again. Like because I'm going now page by page down the book through the teachings of the ancient Egyptian literature. I'm going page by page, but every uh, every presentation I learn something new, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have incorporated this into the last presentation. A different skill set. So, man, because I'm gonna do. I know that I'm going to, because I was flipping through the pages when I was doing my presentations before, so I already know I'm gonna come across a few of them um, again, and I'm just gonna keep going forward. But I'm enjoying it now. I'm definitely enjoying it, uh, and I'm just wanting to please the netter. That's it, and advance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's wonderful to hear. That's a very important part. So, yeah, etymology is always fun, right?
Yeah,
Digging into that. So,
yeah. Go look up fun, people. Go look up, man. Tua to Hinu to our great Saba, man. Because listen, just go look up fun. Go look up the etymology of the word fun. And a lot of the words that we use, and although we use them and we know how we're using them, just look up some of the words that we use, because we think we know what the definitions are, but once you begin to trace the etymology of the words, things become really clear. So, yeah. Otep Hinu to the great brother Dejed. Be safe out there, good brother, in your travels. I look forward to you coming on the panel, and peace and love to the great brother Maharu, just came in the chat, and the great sister Angela Gates, Bijan Farrow, Basa Tut, Hot Ocha, Hot Ocho. Peace and love to you, great brother. Dusko Poppington, peace and love to you. Peace and love to you. Peace and love to the great brother Nookpoo. Peace and love to you, great brother Robert Williams. Peace and love to you, great brother. Yeah, this is a fun one, man. I'm enjoying it though. I really am. It was challenging at first, just learning, but I'm settling in, I think. So that's why I'm saying I see myself doing this one over again as well, because I'm going to imbue these instructions on my Eve, right? Because you pointed out that the reviewing them, right? You pointed that out, right? And what you said was discovering something new when you read it in the proper language that is in, which is the Medu, right? So just from that perspective right there, I look forward to being able to go through myself and just approach it from that angle, so yeah, two up to you, great brother. Definitely, that's why I say I see myself, doing them again, and imbuing it on my Eve with the proper frequency, not the English frequency. So that's what I mean, right? But you got to put the boat in the water where you at. So this is where I'm at right now, and but it's definitely advancing, even from that perspective, even using that language to advance, So yeah, two out to you, great brother.
Yeah, Nini Yeah, that's yeah, we're going to be reincarnating these the teachings over and over, and that's that's what I'm learning is we're gonna have to treat them like the Saba discipline stick, and just keep pop and then pop and then just keep on hitting them over the head over and over and over again until it clicks, and eventually it'll click. So yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, and because the teachings are literally the intention of the scribes when they wrote the Sebai was for different levels of students, and that's how we always taught. That's how the masters always taught. And so every time we go back at a different level, we receive new teachings, and that's that's the beautiful thing. So so yeah, and especially like digging into the Medu. So yeah, this is we're in practice form, and we're in the dojo right now, practicing for the main stage. It's all for a purpose, and on the journey, we're just showing what it looks like to learn in real time. And that's what we're doing. Like you said, you use the word freestyle a lot, and a lot of this is just freestyle. So so learning how to be able to do that while simultaneously be very calculated and intentional, just showing what it looks like. So so yeah, Tua, everyone who's here with us, peace and love. The support links are pinned to the top. So for those of you who appreciate what we're doing, please show your support, and they are pinned to the top. And here it is also for the QR code for those who would like to just click the link or scan that code right there. There is the Cash App, the House of ATTON, and as well as the PayPal, House of ATTON. So Tua to everyone who supported, and I also want to give dua to all of you, and I also will bring that up after the great Atef's presentation of everyone who supported the Sa-Neter session as well. So I'm gonna make sure to give everyone dua for that, and tua for everyone who supported in that. And so yeah, whenever you're ready, great brother, we can go ahead and get into it. I know I'm ready. houseofatton.org, Pathways to Awakening. Everyone will be able to purchase their tickets very soon. So it's October 19th of this year, Los Angeles. So mark that date, and we'll have great details for everyone very soon. So yep, we're ready for you, great brother. So Hotep Maat.
Hotep, peace and love. Yeah, speaking of the main stage, great brother, Tua for that Nefer class you did on Sa-Neter as well. I want to give you that hinu and on stage while the people are listening. That was a very, very Nefer class, and like I told you, I'm gonna say it in front of the people that I was one of the people that would frequent that channel. I don't frequent it I don't frequent it as much now, or any of the other channels as much now, because I'm on a different frequency. But when I did, I was really, really, really green to what was real and what was not, and I had to eat the fish and spit out the bone. I had to listen to all the isfet and arguing and disrespect, and get the gems and get the knowledge. I had to decipher it and pick it out, so it was good that you was able to present your class with no isfet, and it was very well put together, very nefer, and I think that a lot of people were able to benefit from it. I know I definitely was, and I'm grateful for that, because that frequency did not exist before Saba and you, at least out there. So that was very nefer, and definitely want to give also a hindu to the great sister Minty. She was supposed to help me and send me some stuff, but I know with the way things are, it was a little difficult. But I'm definitely looking forward to some more assistance from her, and in the future. But just giving her news, she was on Killer Priest um, earlier in the week too. So shout out to her for that, because that was really never as well. Even though she had some technical difficulties at first, but she was able to work through them. And I want you to go back and look at some of my my early presentations. Man, I used to get kicked out. It was, well, we got to work through it though. So yeah, I just want to encourage everybody to just work through their challenges and continue to peck and improve, because that's what we're supposed to do. So, Hotep Hindu to you, great brother, for that. And yeah, we'll get started. So this one is like he said, the teachings of KaGemni. And it's only like a half a page. Like in the book, it's only a page, not even a full page. The it's one of those what they call fragmented texts, where there's a lot of it missing, and we only have a portion of it. And I try to extend it and as much as possible. Try to but it's not that much to work with, but yet it's so much. Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the nectar. I'm grateful for that, and I'm especially grateful to my teacher Saba Tahuti for introducing a phrase that I hadn't heard before he said it, and that was ancestral artifacts over religious opinion. And showing that, bringing that forth. So, Hotep Hindu to you for that, Saba, and your Aut and the Natiru. So yeah, this is a very and this one is not as long as my other ones. Like I said, I remember I had one that was really short, and I made it, I don't know, 45 minutes. But this one is about 20 minutes. It's not very very long at all, but it's very in depth. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it. It still took me the same amount of time to put it together. I'm laughing because I really enjoy it, because a big part of me putting these presentations together is just learning. Like that's probably for me. I love to bring it forth for you guys, but I love learning just as much, because again, like Saba says, I know who Bruce Banner is. I'm familiar with Bruce Banner. I'm familiar with the characters in the comic books. I'm very familiar with them, their alter egos, the villains, who they fighting, their weaknesses, their strengths, their powers, their superpowers. But before I started this presentation, I had not read the instructions of KaGemni. I was unfamiliar with it before I got to page 149 in this book. And again, this is the book that I'm going to be reading from. It's called The Literature of Ancient Egypt by William Kelly Simpson. You can see my papyrus in there. Got my scribe in there, my little bookmarker with my scribe sitting down in there. So I see, and I ain't faking it. You can't fake this, And I purchased this book. I have to say this, and I know that a lot of you are familiar with it, because you guys are here. But somebody's gonna see this, and they're gonna be where I once was. And before Saba mentioned that book, I had no idea that our ancestors left behind such a treasure trove of knowledge, such a depth. I had no idea. So I just want to say that to all the new people that'll be watching in the future. This book is called The Literature of Ancient Egypt, and it's an anthology of stories. And I had Saba. I think I bought the Merriam Litcham story book first. It's a 3-volume book of ancient literature as well. And I was reading that, and then Saba mentioned this book, and I got this book, and I was able to digest this one a little bit better than Merriam Litcham at first. Now I could read either one of them equally, but at that time, So Tua for Saba for introducing me, because before that I didn't know. So I'm gonna present my presentation. Like I said, this one is kind of short. It's only about 22 minutes or so. So I hope you guys like it and appreciate it, and like, subscribe, and comment. House of ATTON.
Hotep Netaru, welcome. Hotep Netaru, welcome back, truth seekers and dig duggers. This is Digging for the Truth podcast. I'm Matthew Mythology.
And I'm Christina, the Christian Christensen.
Ancient wisdom is often dismissed as outdated. But what if I told you that one of history's most successful leadership manuals was written over 4,000 years ago and helped someone become the equivalent of a modern-day prime minister?
That's fascinating. We're talking about KaGemni's teachings, right? One of the earliest documented self-help guides that actually proved its worth in ancient Tameri's royal court.
Exactly, and what makes this so remarkable is that these weren't just theoretical ideas. This advice helped KaGemni navigate his way to becoming vizier during a critical transition between pharaohs. We're talking real-world results in one of history's most sophisticated civilizations.
Dig me. You know what really strikes me? The way they viewed communication. They compared words to a flint blade. Sharp, precise, and potentially dangerous if not handled with care.
That metaphor goes even deeper in the original text. The flint knives are sharp against the one who strays from the road. It's basically saying that in high-stakes situations, one wrong word can have serious consequences.
Talk about their practical advice for social situations. The specifics are surprisingly sophisticated.
Well, here's one of my favorite pieces. They recommend waiting until the glutton is satisfied before eating, and not competing with a drunkard in drinking. In Tameri, don't try to compete with attention-seeking behavior.
That's remarkably similar to modern office politics, isn't it? The way they talk about handling different personalities could be straight out of today's management training.
And they had this concept called SAAA, True Wisdom, which was all about understanding the right timing and social context for your actions. They knew success wasn't just about what you do, but when and how you do it.
That reminds me of their emphasis on moderation and strength. There's this powerful line. A cup of water quenches thirst. A mouthful of rushes makes the heart strong.
You know what's fascinating about that? They called this concept JED, real power through discipline. They understood that true strength often comes from restraint rather than excess, which feels particularly relevant in today's world of constant consumption and social media oversharing.
Speaking of social media, their concept of REN, your name or reputation, seems incredibly prescient. The advice about letting your good name go forth while remaining silent in speech could be a masterclass in personal branding.
And here's what's really interesting. KaGemni actually used these principles to navigate a major political transition between King Huni and King Snefru. We're talking about advice that worked during one of the most challenging situations possible, a change in leadership at the highest level.
Well, that certainly puts our modern workplace transitions in perspective. How did they approach building trust during these sensitive periods?
They had this sophisticated understanding that trust isn't built through grand gestures, but through consistent behavior and small interactions. They emphasized something they called Maat, truth, balance, and harmony in all dealings.
The human element really comes through when you realize this was essentially a father preparing his son for life's challenges.
That's right. And what's remarkable is
how they break down complex social dynamics into practical strategies. They talk about knowing when to speak, when to stay quiet, and how to build trust deliberately. These are skills that are just as crucial in today's boardrooms as they were in ancient Egypt's royal courts.
So, what do you think makes these teachings so enduring? Why are we still finding value in them 4 millennia later?
Well, I think it comes down to their deep understanding of human nature. While our technology and circumstances have changed dramatically, the fundamental principles of human interaction remain remarkably consistent. They understood that sustainable success requires maintaining harmony with others. It's not just about winning in the moment.
That's particularly relevant today when we're all trying to navigate rapid technological and social change while maintaining meaningful relationships.
And here's what really stands out to me: their emphasis on emotional intelligence. They understood that success wasn't just about what you know or what you can do, but about how well you can read and respond to others' emotional states.
You know, looking at all this ancient wisdom really makes you wonder about what we might be missing in our modern rush for quick solutions and instant success.
That's exactly right. Maybe the real lesson here is that while we're chasing the latest trends and hacks, some of the most valuable insights about human nature and social dynamics have already been discovered and tested over thousands of years.
And perhaps that's why these teachings have endured. They speak to something fundamental about human nature that transcends time and culture.
Looking at these ancient teachings really challenges our modern assumption that newer always means better. Sometimes the oldest wisdom is the most profound, especially when it comes to understanding human nature and social dynamics.
Big Ma'at. We need to use this knowledge, this power, this medu to make a difference in the world. We need to be the change we want to see. We need to build the future our ancestors envisioned and pave the way for us.
We need your help to spread this message. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Share this episode with everyone you know. Post it on your socials. Tag us. Come join us, House of ATTON, Ancient Tahutian Teachings of Na-Teru. Back to the source, we the original axemen.
Let's show the world that we're not just passive consumers of information. We're active participants in our own liberation. We're reclaiming our culture, one papyrus at a time. They taught you what to think, not how to think.
We are the descendants of greatness, and together we will rise like the Aku, brick by brick, Hotep Maat.
Keep the fire burning, keep the knowledge flowing, and keep digging for the truth. You dig?
Peace and love to the Perang, Hotep Anipata and Dajed. Teaching for the Vizier KaGemni, Ancient Egyptian Wisdom Literature. A scholarly exploration of one of Egypt's earliest didactic texts, its historical context, and enduring legacy in ancient Egyptian moral instruction. Historical context and manuscript. Provenance. Textual origins. Preserved in the famous Papyrus Prise from the Middle Kingdom, only the conclusion of KaGemni's teaching survives. Traditionally ascribed to the Late Old Kingdom, transition from Dynasty 3 to 4. Authorship. Scholarly consensus attributes the text to KaGemni's father. Possibly the sage Kairi is mentioned in other ancient papyri, celebrating early Egyptian wisdom writers. Papyrus Prise contains both KaGemni's teaching and the maxims of Ptah, representing the oldest surviving manuscript of Egyptian wisdom literature. Core precepts: moderation and self-control. Virtues of modesty and silence. The submissive man prospers, the moderate man is praised, The tent is open for the silent man, and the place of the contented man is wide. Modesty, restraint, and silence are presented as pathways to social influence and personal well-being in a hierarchical society. Restraint in speech. Do not talk freely, for the flint knives are sharp against the one who strays from the road. The text cautions that rash words bring swift consequences, emphasizing that self-mastery begins with controlled speech. Social harmony through personal restraint. Moderation in eating. Gluttony is despicable, and one points one's finger at it. The text condemns excessive consumption, advising, take a single good thing instead of dainties, and a little bit instead of much. Reputation and humility. So let your good name go forth while you are silent in your speech, and you will be summoned. The teaching suggests that a reputation built on humility provides greater protection than aggressive self-promotion. Warnings against pride. One does not know what will happen, nor what God does when He punishes. Even the strong are cautioned against pride, as fate remains unpredictable in the Egyptian worldview. Scholarly analysis and significance. Major scholarly contributions. The text has been extensively analyzed by prominent Egyptologists, including A.H. Gardner, pioneering translation and commentary; W. Federn, structural and linguistic analysis; Asharf, historical contextualization; Ehrman and B. Gunn, inclusion in influential anthologies. Literary significance. KaGemni's teaching represents one of the earliest examples of Egyptian wisdom literature, establishing literary patterns and moral frameworks that would influence later didactic texts. Modern scholarly analysis has illuminated the linguistic and cultural subtleties of this sophisticated ancient text. Transmission of wisdom and social function. Written preservation. The text concludes with the statement, "It has come its beginning to its end, as it was found in writing," marking the work as transmitted, closed, and authoritative. Familial instruction. KaGemni summoned his children and commanded them to follow what is written without exceeding its bounds, demonstrating the patriarchal transmission of cultural values. Social implementation. The children received the teaching as more beautiful than anything in this entire land, illustrating how didactic texts instilled character and sustained cultural memory through generations. This transmission pattern reflects the Egyptian belief that wisdom literature was not merely informative, but transformative, shaping identity from youth upward through ritual absorption of tradition. Historical epilogue and matrix-breaking insights. Historical succession. The text concludes with a significant historical notice. After King Huni's death, Snefru ascends the throne, and KaGemni rises to become overseer of the residence town and vizier of Egypt. This epilogue suggests that following the wisdom in the text leads to political success and social advancement, reinforcing its practical value beyond traditional interpretations. KaGemni's teaching functions as practical survival guidance for officials in a hierarchical bureaucracy. The ideal Egyptian sage is portrayed as quietly competent rather than boastful. The text subtly acknowledges existential uncertainty beneath Egypt's ordered worldview. enduring legacy and contemporary relevance. Cultural blueprint. KaGemni's teaching demonstrates that ancient Egyptian wisdom literature wasn't abstract philosophy, but a practical guide for navigating complex social structures, effectively self-help for ancient officials. Power of disciplined communication. The text highlights that in ancient Egypt, the most powerful tool was not the sword or scepter, but the disciplined word. Self-mastery in speech and action created pathways to influence that transcended physical force. Contemporary resonance. KaGemni's emphasis on restraint, silence, and humble competence offers a counterpoint to modern cultures that often prioritize self-promotion and performative confidence, suggesting alternative paths to social effectiveness. In studying KaGemni's teaching, we gain insight not only into ancient Egyptian moral instruction, but also into enduring questions about how individuals navigate social hierarchies and cultivate lasting influence. The Neteru exist. Hotep, I am done.
The teaching for the Vizier KaGemni. The last part of this text is preserved in the Papyrus Presa, which also contains the main text of the maxims of Ptah-hotep. The author was evidently the father of KaGemni, and it has been conjectured that he was the sage Kairis cited in the passage about the writers of the past in Papyrus Chester Beatty IV. See quotation at beginning of our introduction. The text has been translated and studied by A. H. Gardner in JEA 32, 1946, 71-74, to which additional comments were made by W. Fettern in JEA 36, 1950, 48-50. See also A. Scharf in ZAS 77, 1941-42, 13-21. G. Posner in RDE 6, 1951, 32-33. J. Yoyat in BSFE 11, 1952, 67-72. A. H. Gardner in JEA 37, 1951, 109-10, and E. E. Dell, MIO 1, 1953, 210-26. Translated also in Erman, The Ancient Egyptians, Oxford 66-67, and in Battiscombe Gunn, The Instruction of Ptah-hotep and The Instruction for KaGemni, the oldest books in the world, London 1918. The instruction is similar to that of Ptah-hotep to the extent that it is preserved. The submissive man prospers, the moderate man is praised, the tent is open for the silent man, and the place of the contented man is wide. Do not talk freely, for the flint knives are sharp against the one who strays from the road. There is no hastening, except indeed against his misdeed. If you sit with a crowd, abstain from the food you desire, for controlling your desire is only for a brief moment. Gluttony is despicable, and one points one's finger at it. A cup of water quenches thirst, and a mouthful of rushes makes the heart strong. Take a single good thing instead of dainties, and a little bit instead of much. Base is one whose gut is greedy when the mealtime has passed by. He should not be mindful of those who eat voraciously at home. If you sit down with a glutton, eat when his satiety has passed. If you drink with a drunkard, accept only when his desire is satisfied. Do not be quarrelsome about meat in the company of a greedy man. Accept what he gives you. Do not reject it. Then matters will be pleasant. No words can get the better of the man who is free from reproach at meals, being meek to the degree of complacence. The harsh man is kinder to him than his own mother. All mankind are his servants. So let your good name go forth while you are silent in your speech, and you will be summoned. Yet do not be proud by virtue of your strength among your contemporaries. Take care not to be opprobrious. One does not know what will happen, nor what God does when he punishes. Then the vizier had his children summoned, after he had comprehended the manner of mankind, and he ended up by saying to them, "As to all that is written in this papyrus roll, heed it just as I have said it to you. Do not go beyond what has been ordained." And they placed themselves on their bellies, and they read it out just as it was written. And it was more beautiful in their hearts than anything in this entire land. So they proceeded to live accordingly. Then His Majesty, the King of Upper and Lower Egypt, Huni, died, and His Majesty, the King of Upper and Lower Egypt, Snefru, was exalted as an excellent king in this entire land. KaGemni was then made overseer of the residence town and vizier. It has come its beginning to its end, as it was found in writing.
Maat. This visual presentation was brought to you by Atef Rem Qem Maat and the House of ATTON, ancient Tehutian teachings of the Neteru. I want to give Heno to my master teacher, the great Tehuti Amun Hotep Ra. Yes, Saba. Astarte talks and I also move around. Go to houseofatton.org for everything from merch to ebooks and classes. They forget that we are the real champions around here. Support Tehuti and ask questions here. Cash App $TT Amun and PayPal at Rocky SV. Please send all questions to Tehuti at email mysticaltelevision@gmail.com. Ancestral artifacts over religious opinion, tune in to the Tehuti podcast on YouTube every Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific time for mind-blowing answers again and again. Heni Saba, may you advance your station among the venerables. May your Ka contend with your enemy. And may your Ba learn the ways leading to the portal of the One who clothes the weary one. May Amun be satisfied. Ankh E M Maat.
And I took out the Floyd Mayweather, so I guess I'm the House of Consciousness champion. I just came here for an interview. That's my new mom.
Hotep, great brother.
Hotep.
Uncle Josh and Neb. Yeah, do you want to have anything you want to add on?
Nah, brother. That's it.
Oh,
that's my
okay,
shit, brother.
Okay, to our great brother, Uncle Josh and Neb. the teachings within what you just showed is very powerful, even though like how you brought forward, it's the end of the section of KaGemni, so it's only a little bit, but there's still a lot there. But first, I just want to give you dua for just for the videos in there. It's just getting more and more realistic. so it's that's phenomenal. And just seeing you also show just a variety of different images to go alongside what's being said. Of course, the Digging for the Truth podcast is always fire, and a great addition, to what you're saying and what you're showing in the Sebaid, and also during those time of the conversation and the different sections that you have, and you show the sources of where you can do more digging, right? So as you show that, I usually screenshot so those images that you actually put up, and reading those. So you showed major scholarly contributions with A.H. Gardner, W. Federn, A. Scarf, Ehrman and B. Gunn, and the different scholarship that's gone into this papyri, right? And as what Saba always says, and when it comes to the teachings of Ma'at, that those who don't even follow the teachings themselves are more Ma'at than modern peoples, right? Who say they want to study Ma'at. So Tua for providing those sources for us to dive deeper into the Seba'i, because that's where the magic is. That's where and I showed it in my Sonata session, where did I show that? I'm not sure. I have so many sources when it comes to the ancestors speaking on the Natiru's physical nature, but one of the sections is the HEKA, the magic is in the writings, and it's hidden to the public, right? So for those of us who do the extra to study what's there, what's revealed is it's always never. So Tua for those sources, because I always love to look at what scholarship is doing, what type of digging are they doing into the papyri, because they're doing it. So Tua for that, and providing all of that wonderful information in the background as the conversation is happening. So Tua for that, and then of course the lip sync with the recording is on point. That was on point. That was super accurate. I was like, wow, that was fire. It was all seamless, but it was looping, but it was seamless, and the actual words were being reflected very accurately into what she was saying. That was fire. So Tua for incorporating that, because those type of details I always look and see, and it just sparks so many ideas, of what we can do. So you're continuously advancing on the tech side, and the actual artistry when it comes to what you want to bring forward. And you know, that skill set is very powerful and very beneficial. So Tua for that, and showing that, and then of course going into the teachings themselves. Yeah, it's just very deep. So, and you know, we can look at some of it too, if you want to, great brother, and you know, just look at some of the Medu. But yeah, Tua for this, and putting it together the way that you do, and being able to recreate multiple different sections to give a new framing for the same source, and it just provides so a multiple area perspective of the writings, and it's just a beautiful thing. So Tua for teaching in the way that you do, and making it very much edutainment, and creating these Nefer visuals, which is just such an important part, you know, because there's so much imagery that has been placed into the minds, the forefront and subconscious of everyone, that is just rooted and based in Isfet. So Tua for taking the time to learn how to bring imagery, you know, to the writings, to the words, and also showing a different variation of what's always shown, you know, and showing more accurately, you know, what the scribes in Ma'at portrayed and what they did. So, and the followers of Ma'at, the Seshem, so in the Shimsu. So to our great brother, for that, I love the one image where it was the staircase going up, and then it showed the Neter looking like Aku spirits going up. That was a Nefer image. I love that image. And then right after that, here comes Sekhmet just stomping through with DNA helixes coming. I mean, it's just fire. I love it, you know. So to our great brother, for this and putting it together, and bringing the great ancestor KaGemni forward. So Hotep Hinu to you, phenomenal, great brother. So Hotep Marie, Tua.
Meaning of great brother. Yeah, it's a lot. I definitely am learning as I present. You know, like I said, initially when I began reading the stories, I would just read them, and you know, there was no visuals with it, and I would just read, and that was good. You know, I enjoyed that, because I consume books like that sometime. I consume some books, especially when I'm doing stuff. I'll listen to like an audio book or something. So at that point, it was you know, that's where I was at. But then just looking at what my children were doing, and the stuff that they were watching with the anime and the different things, I had the idea of making them visual, but I didn't have no idea how to do it, or it was just a thought, you know. Wow, this, you know, this would look good if I could add some pictures to it, and I did. That's what I did. I added some pictures to it just to make it a little bit more visually pleasing, and then my next thought was understanding the what I was reading. The great brother Robert Williams said he was unfamiliar with it. That was my realization. I realized that I didn't know the stories, and That's what made me continue to read them. But then it was a thought process to where it was like, okay, how, because if you remember, when I would do the readings, and I would read a whole long, but however long the story was, I would just read it, right? And that was great, like I said. But then being able to digest it, that was a thing where I was like, man, how do I digest this? Because when I'm listening to an audio book, I'm doing other stuff as I'm either working or driving or doing something. So I am digesting it, but not as well as when you're actually looking at the words and processing it that way, right? So my thought process was, how can I show my, like, how could I break it down? Not in a way. It was like I wanted to show my work. Like I wanted to show what I was actually doing, right? I wanted to show that, I wanted to explain it. And so let me tell you this. So at the end, the last part, because to me that's still the most important part, even though I bring forth the visuals and all of that, the most important part to me is the actual sebai, right? And the pictures just add to it. And at the end, the last part was all actual pictures, not made up pictures. They were actual pictures from KaGemni's mastaba, from his actual tomb, right? Ancestral artifacts over religious opinion. That was the last part of it. But the beginning part of it, I wanted to explain to people, because I was reading stuff, and when I would read it, I wouldn't understand it. I would have to read it again, and then go back and read it again, and then read it again. And this is something that I'm going to read and present to people. So I was trying to understand it. So then it came down to me trying to break it down. And then the technology presented it in a way for me, where I realized that a podcast was one of the ways that I was able to learn, right? The breakdown with the podcast. So the beginning aspect of it, when the two characters are talking, they're actually breaking it down in I would say layman's terms, right? When you listen to that, they're actually talking about the story and breaking it down. And then the second part with Cynthia Sudo is kind of like the research aspect of it, but in a visual format. So the first part is the breakdown of the information in a conversation with two people, just having a conversation about, hey, did you see that? Yeah, I saw that. And what did you think about that? You know, for people to understand it like that. The second part is the actual research part of it, visually. And Cynthia Sudo was my choice for that. And then, like I said, the third part is just me presenting the actual information the way it's written in the book. So I read the commentary and everything that's in the book. I don't just read the Sebai. I started to not read the commentary, but then I thought, like, okay, if someone were to just grab this book and they were looking at it, it would be a whole long part that would be missing. And so they would be like, hey, maybe he's not reading from the book. So I wanted to read it exactly the way it's in the book. That way people could follow along. So yeah, that was my thought process in making it digestible. You know, the first part is just two people having a conversation. The second part is actually me showing my work, because I'm gonna tell you, it takes me in doing the research, man. That's the fun part for me. To create the creating part I love as well, but just the research, just learning, because I get lost in the rabbit hole, man. Like when I discovered KaGemni's tomb, I was like, whoa, I was blown away. You know, being able to see the actual tune, man, and then to see the actual the pictures that's being depicted. It's just never to me, man. The ancestral artifacts, and being able to see that. So, and a lot of times it's not a lot that I can find, and I'm not going to say it's not a lot out there, but a lot of times I have trouble finding it because some of the information is in different languages and it's in different places. Everything ain't on Wikipedia, and things sometimes aren't that easy to Google. Like if you Google KaGemni, some things may pop up, but you really, really, really got to dig. And that's the beautiful thing about my art, is being able to examine and dig. So the Digging for the Truth podcast was sparked by me just wanting to understand what I was reading. Like, okay, because I'm reading these stories, but let me, and it would take me, like I said, I would have to read them over and over and over again to kind of digest them. And then I know I appreciated when I would read the story and then you would come and then you would show stuff and I'm looking like, whoa, like, I appreciated that. I appreciate that because you were showing, the Medu, and then you was taking us in actual tunes and showing me things. So, it allowed me to see and just dig even further. So two for that, great brother, because that was really never, and that also is a big inspiration for me to break it down for the people. That's why I said I see myself doing it over again, because I'm getting to the point now where a lot of my characters are able to speak Medu, right? That's another aspect that I'm learning. So, y'all look forward to that. I don't know when, but I'm actually training my characters to actually speak the Medu Necha. So that's another Nefa thing. But yeah, man, the Digging for the Truth podcast was just sparked by me wanting to understand it and bring it forth for the people so that they understand it in a conversational format. Because at first I just started to just show that, just do just that aspect of it, and then just show the reading. But then the Digging for the Truth podcast doesn't show. Sometimes I put some ancestral artifacts in it, but that's just a conversation between two people breaking it down in layman's terms. They're just breaking down the information. And I started to just do that. But then I wanted to show my work. Saba show his work. So, Cynthia breaks it down even further, but she actually shows it. And then at the end, when I'm doing the reading, I try to show or put as much actual artifacts and real things, whatever I can find, and as much in it as possible. It don't always work like that, but so two out for that, great brother. And then the music aspect, oh man, creating the different, because I create everything, guys. I don't know if y'all know that, but like you said, my lip syncing wasn't up to par once upon a time, and I am getting better at that. And there's a lot of technology out there, but I'm telling you that I done sat and created whole videos, and I allowed the program to do it, and it didn't come out good at all. Clips are great, but to make a whole 20-minute video like what I just showed in 3 different sections and all of that, it's not there yet. The technology isn't there to be able to do that. So it takes a lot of work, but I love it because I'm learning. Like Robert Williams said, he was unfamiliar with that. Me too. Me too. That's the beautiful thing. I'm just, like I said, I'm going page by page. And I'm going to say this. When they was reading I'm in a Mope, I'm like, where are they getting this from? Because that's all the way at the end of the book. But I didn't know that until recently, right? I'm looking for the Seba'it and I didn't see it. So, that's a beautiful thing, is to familiarize yourself with these stories, man. I had heard the name, but I didn't know where it was at. I didn't know how to find it, but I was familiar with, a lot of the stuff that you showed, a lot of the stuff that Saba showed. So yeah, that's a little bit into my process, man. A lot of it is just digging. So probably, I would say 75% of my presentation is me learning and digging, is the research. So if you listen to what they're actually saying, because I felt like it was very important, what I say is I'm reading the actual ancestors' words at the end, right? But I felt like it was very important that my characters speak truthfully as well. They throw in, a little bit of jokes and some, commentary. This time I didn't put none in too much, but it was very important that my characters speak truthfully, So yeah, that was part of my process, bro. I just wanted to share that.
Well, to our great brother for sharing that, and that definitely explains a lot. And yeah, Tua for sharing that process and just the intention that goes into it and what each section is for, because yeah, that's part of just being able to watch and observe something, right? We can watch it and take it in, but in each section, there's a specific purpose and intention for it. So, and these are classes. So, Tua for breaking it down in that way, so everyone is clear, in what your intention is and why you do it in the 3 sections like that. That was fire.
Yeah, Nini is a great brother. Yeah, it was, trying to get me to understand it, and even for my children too. Like that's another aspect of it as well. Is I know that I know adults watch, they watch cartoons too, but children, are really the consumers of the cartoons. So the pictures and the cartoon format at first was you see they all getting a little more realistic, right? The cartoon aspect of it, I think, is great for the children as well to digest. So I could get them to speak Medu. I'm learning, Robert Williams. I'm learning how to get them to speak, the Medu. The more I learn, you're gonna see I'm moving forward little by little, step by step. It's a process though, great brother. It's really not easy because I don't speak it and I'm not that familiar with it. But it actually started with at the end with let me say this, getting them to. So I create every aspect of it. I create the music, I create the dialogue that they say. Like I said, that's important for them to speak truthfully, and I create the dialogue that they speak line by line, and the back and forth, the conversation, and the presentation of what Cynthia shows forth. That is, man, that's a lot too. And my characters were inspired by Saba, by Monday classes that Saba used to do, because he would quiz us, and he would come to class as Chris the Christian, and he would quiz us. So that's where Christina the Christian comes from. And Matthew mythology was something I just made up because I needed somebody to argue with Christina the Christian, and then Matthew mythology is, and then Cynthia Pseudo, of course, was inspired by, I don't know if y'all can hear it, this right here. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Right?
I don't play with pseudos.
We don't hear you now, but we heard the sound bite, but we don't hear you now.
Yeah, that's what. Can y'all hear me, Mike? Check. That's what inspired
Yeah.
me to create Cynthia Pseudo. Um, and I chose those names again. Like I said, I was inspired by Saba and creating the characters. And it's a process, man. I'm just learning, man. And like I said, that's what you guys get. 75% of it is me learning. Like seriously, Robert. So yeah, brother, I didn't know neither. I had heard the word "KaGemni," but I didn't know it was Seba'it. I didn't know that was on the same papyrus as the teachings of PTAH Hotep. I didn't know. I really didn't know until I began working on this, and that's why I showed the actual papyrus and the Medu. So yeah.
Yeah, Hotep, and I just want to point out something, as well, because it's definitely for everyone, right? Because just even looking in the anime space, animations, that's what anime is short for. It just so happens that it's most popularized in Japanese and Chinese tradition, but it's just animations. And one of my favorite animes, which is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, just came out with a movie, and in 4 days did 7 billion yen, which is almost $50 million in 4 days.
What's the name of it?
Demon Slayer.
It's a movie, like it went in the movie theater. It's a show.
It's a show. Let me tell you what they do. It's a show, and then they take the show, and then they turn it into a movie. So they have the show with the episodes you have, and then they just take like 3 or 4 of the episodes and turn it into one movie, put it in the box office. So now they made $50 million on a movie that, guess what? They're repurposing into single episodes.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they do. And guess what? The people support it. It doesn't matter if the movie is going to be what the show is going to be as it comes out. The supporters who appreciate what it provides to them, they support it. And there's a lot of currency floating in that field, and this is wide open. There's only, of the one other company that's doing something similar. There's only one other major company that I've seen that is putting focus on the Natiru and turning them into animations, which is $1 billion industry. So I love it. I love it. What you're doing. And have you come across the interactive papyri, the Pris Papyrus with Tahotep and KaGemni, where you can.
Oh no! See, I'm trying to learn. See, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I love it. Now just now. Yeah.
Should I put it in the chat? Should I put it in the chat for everyone? And
yeah, put it in the chat. Yeah, Robert says. What Robert says, Cynthia Pseudo looks like Jean Grey. Great work. So Cynthia, I don't know if y'all noticed, Cynthia got an upgrade too, right? Because Cynthia was Jean Grey the rapper, or nah, I know you mean Jean Grey, but Cynthia got an upgrade because even when I created these characters, right, I didn't know. I didn't know about the aspect ratio. So before today, Cynthia was always in I think it's 16:9. The like the phone shape, the rectangular shape, like Instagram type shape. She wasn't in 9:16 like how we're looking now on the screen until today. But I had to upgrade her, um, and I didn't. I had to learn because I had to learn how to create the characters. That's number one, and then create the characters that I wanted, right? And that's another thing too, right? There's a reason why I didn't make them that. There's a reason why I made them look the way they look too, right? Because I want it to be. I don't want it to matter. It doesn't matter. Sekhmet doesn't look like Ptah. Ptah doesn't look like Heru. Tahuti doesn't look like Ma'at. Ma'at doesn't look like Khnum, right? Everyone is an individual. But the important thing is that the foundation is Ma'at. So I thought that that was very, very, very important. So I did it. I was very specific with that as well. I could have easily made them look like, just any, I could have made them look very different, but I chose those looks specifically for those people as well, and to have those conversations that they're having, and to speak the way that they speak. That's why sometimes it is comic it is comical when you're hearing Cynthia and Matthew talk. It's kind of comical. I kind of make it a little bit. I throw a little bit in there because you're not really used to seeing people, speak like that. This is it right here. We could click it.
Yeah, there's the link for everyone, and
good brother.
Yeah, let me share the screen to what it actually is. And so this is an interactive papyri. So if you go up here to the top, it's in French, but you can change it to English here. And then on the left, you can click read the papyrus. You can show the transliteration here and the transcription of the Medu here. And so it keeps you on exactly what you're looking at, right? So here's the actual papyri with the writings here. All right, prosperous is the respectful man. Ucha, which is the same word is the Medu word to have fun, to produce enjoyment. All right, that's Ucha right here. Prosperous is a respectful man. Praised, Hes, right? Hes, like Hesi, is the met, the straight, the measured one. The canopy is eternally open to he who is Guru, silent. So Unu, open for the silent one, right? Like we learn in Amen and Mopek, the Guru. Important is the position, is the set of he who remains calm. Hor Medu, throughout his speech, his Medu. It is at those who wander, right? Sapti, to be prepared. It is at those who wander from the path that the knives will be pointed. Again, Metin. And there will be no other matter than their act. Should you sit with many, disdain the food you desire, as controlling your desire takes only a moment, right? Controlling that of the Ebe takes a moment of time, a single decision to make, to switch a thought, to change a thought. It only takes a moment of time. And here is what I want to point out, is this sentence here. This word here, which is cool, from Pekka Mku, same word, So here's KaGemni talking about ku, which here they translate to gluttony. But we know that ku is a much more deeper word than just gluttony, right? Because this is what we're doing, is the PEKA im ku, to remove the ku from inside you so you can see the faces of the Neteru. So the ku, pu, af. And what do? Iu deba. We point it out. Point out the ku. Which, I mean, it's just such a beautiful thing, because this is a powerful statement, right? To point out the ku, whether outside but also inside of you. And this is something that I do, and because I understand that every emotion has a frequency and a resonance to it, that also has a place within the body that energy and that memory is stored, right? Which is where things like teratoma tumors, as Saba has taught about, physical manifestations on the body that come from different frequencies of dis-ease, which also have a root in your emotional state. So by learning how to communicate with that part of yourself and point to it within the body, right? I have this feeling, this emotion. Okay, if there's a space within the body where this emotion exists, where would that be? And point to it. And if there's a space or an image outside of you that can reflect that same image, point to it. And from there, you're able to create a connection between your interoception and your exteroception receptors, using both sides of your brain, and connecting the neurology on a subconscious level. You're able to actually point out the ku and bring it outside of you, and play with it. And so seeing this in the Medu Neter, right, it was just such a powerful thing for me, because our great ancestors were so advanced, and the way that they were able to teach, right? And this is why the Medu Neter is so important, because here, yes, it says gluttony because he's metaphorically and literally talking about consumption of food, right? Should you sit with many, disdain the food you desire. So they automatically just translated this to gluttony, right? But the word is ku, right? A bowl of water suffices to quench thirst. A bite of greens suffices to retain his ebe, his attention to his ebe. Something good becomes a bu nefer. Neferet, atin. Here's atin, the word for ear, right? Because neferet, atin, bu nefer. A little of almost nothing becomes nearly everything. Very deep, very powerful. So this is why I love the Seba'it and going into it, and even just this little bit when we start to dig into the Medu and really look at what's being taught, just this little bit, right? And the importance of being able to be full, right? To be atim in a completed state, while you're with whoever you're sitting with, and there's a specific way to move, right? How other people are moving around you doesn't change you and what you do, right? And that's what this teaching deeply goes into. Should you sit with a af or afu, eat only once his appetite is satisfied, right? And that can also go into teachings, right? because just like when we come on Sinetter's panel or any panel, everyone on the panel is ready to eat. Everyone wants to, have something to say. No one really comes up there to listen. Very few come up there to listen and receive the teachings that I'm bringing. And because everyone wants to feed their appetite, I eat once the appetite is satisfied. And again, that's also that's why I just wait, and very specific in being able to cut in, because I look at it as a form of gluttony, right? So that teaching in itself, yes, is a literal thing, but it's also, because unim right here, as you see, this word is like to open, but it's also spelled in the Medu like this, which is which is to consume or to eat, right? But you'll also see it transliterated as unim as well. Should you drink with a tekenu, fill your cup once his desire is quenched. Do not throw yourself on the meat beside the sekin. Right here, the sekin, which is the alligator. And this alligator here, the sekin or the senek, means to be greedy. All right, attested only in the teachings of PTAH Hotep, to show oneself greedy or voracious, which is the word for what they call the raptor, right? The crocodile. Only help you yourself when he gives you some. Do not refuse his offer. It will be taken as a sign of accommodation. He who is void of any denunciation concerning food, nothing holds power over him. It's very, very deep. A respectful attitude is due to an honest man. Defa-ib. To defa-ib. And I always like to look at, when we're speaking about an honest person, or to cleanse, and what are those words? Because it's always associated with the ib, right? Which is our emotional space. So these words that are attached to the ib is very good to look at what these words are, and what our ancestors were saying that's associated with the ib, right? In the Peka Imku, to remove the heaviness in where this is the base foundation to coming forward as shu, as light, right? And to clean into Peka Ib, have clean thoughts. So Defa Ib, an honest man, appearing charming towards him, even he who is arrogant towards his own mut. Right? And here's Kash or Kahes. And we have set as a classifier on this Kahes. And they have it translated to arrogant. Right? So this is a great source for everyone to look. And this side right here is KaGemni, right? And then all the way down here, you have PTAH Hotep. So you start here, the teaching of the mayor, the Tati, the Sabai in Ti Mara Niut Tati PTAH Hotep. So now we get into PTAH Hotep. So you can look at the MDWNTR, you can look at the transliteration and a translation, and then everything is broken down for you here too in sections, right? So it makes it easy to follow. And then if you want to look for a specific thing, like if you have a different translation, just follow this, right? P507. And so when you look at the different translations, you'll usually find a number next to it, so that way you can reference it in different spaces. All right, so I just wanted to share that with everyone to further your studies. So to our Hotep Henu, hope everyone appreciated that.
Yeah, 2 out for that, great brother. That was Nefer. I'm not on the right mic, but I gotta give you handcuffs for that. That's fire. Yeah, I love it. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's why I said I know that I'm gonna be doing this one over again as I learn and move forward, because I didn't even know about that. But that's another Nefer thing about the technology. That's what it shows, is that don't be scared of the technology. Use it the way that you want to use it. Use it for good. And being able to see what he just showed was Nefer. Oh, that was fire. I love it. I look forward to going to do that. I put that in my folder already. I just went and clipped that and put that in my folder, because I'm definitely gonna do that. It's the technology is out there, man. I thought I was on to something when I found the pictures in the tomb, and then you come with the technology. It showed an interactive papyrus. That's Nefer. That reminds me of when you took us on that tour, like a video game, man. That was Nefer. Oh, that was so fire. That presentation there. Yeah, I love it, man. And that's the beautiful thing, is our ancestors left so much behind for us to consume, and there's really no excuse. There's really no excuse now for us to begin to learn and get knowledge yourself, and being able to use that technology. So I'm definitely going to use that. 2 out for that, great brother. I wish I would have known that when I was doing the PTAH Hotel. It's so much. It's so much. It is so much stuff out there, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what the ancestors left behind for us, and that was super Nefer. Okay, brother. 2 out for that. You see how they changed the word. You see the English. The English doesn't. You miss a lot. The English is great. I'm not gonna take nothing away from where most of us are at. Most of us, that's the language that we speak here right now today. So the goal is taking this language as upside down as it is, and using it and making the best of it. Like how the link just said, taking a little bit of nothing and how a little bit of nothing becomes everything. Like, that's big, that's powerful, right? That's like the English is, as upside down and backwards as it is, there's still a lot that we could take and do with it. But then when you take it and use the actual language that it came in, it becomes even better, So 2 out for that, man. 2 out for that, great brother.
I love how again, it's just another source for the coup, right? And another scribe, talking about that, this papyrus here, the Pris Papyrus, which itself is 1900 BCE, 1900 BCE, which is the oldest source for this. So just being able to look into that and see what the language is saying, because the translations are Nefer, right? To just to begin to look at what it says, and it's enough to do to guide and change someone's life. Like it's that powerful, just on a very basic line by line basis of English translation. is that powerful. But as the scribes of Ma'at always did, and as they always taught, and one of those words and that I taught on, which was uha, which means to translate, to dig deeper into, to begin to learn to interpret. So this is what we're doing now, is something that we've always done. Especially when it comes to the great elders, like all the scribes we're saying today were acknowledged by scribes in later times. You know, Ptah, Imhotep, Hordadef, they were all famous scribes. So their writings were studied by the students. So yeah, it's for, like you said, you know, with some of the technology that we have today, to be able to pull something up like that and look at it directly. And like what I was saying on Signetter, you know, why I love to do it is because no other system is going to do that. No other. And you know, when it comes to the biblical writings, right? Like when the good elder apostle was going into the book of Jubilees, and he was using the writings of it within it to speak about that being the Hebrew being the language of creation, right? I had a tab up of the Dead Sea Scroll and scrolls where the book of Jubilees actually exists in archaeology, which is, you know, around 200 BCE. So just being able to pull up the sources and look at them, you know, no one does that, and they you know, follow and live by the writings. So it's important for those of us who enjoy digging into the information to bring it out, you know, especially to the students who want to learn more, because there's always more. And you know, we were the deepest, you know, and you know, that doorway is always there for those of us who want to walk through it, you know. So yeah, just being able to show KaGemni, and even his name. I mean, his name is KaGem, which literally means to dig or to find. The Ka, and Ni is like of. So even his name, right? What he represented from his Ren, literally means the one who has found the Ka. So that's deep, you know, because what is the Ka? The energetic double, and finding that, what does that mean? You know, so you know, I love the scribes. I love the writings, and as much as it's greatly beneficial and assists just reading what a scholar brings forward as a translation. But for those of us who are in the per Ankh and the per ATTON, you know, we're going to take it further and deeper than everyone else, and that's why it shows in our action, you know, because the more you dig into the writings, and the more you're open to receive, the more that actually reflects internally, you know, because it is a living thing. So we're just getting started in creating, you know, what we're doing and what we're building, you know. So it's too out to you, great brother, for taking this, because you've always, since we met, you've always been into the technology. You've always been ahead, and tapped into that. So this ain't nothing new for you. It's just being focused, on a particular thing and advancing in that way. So, dua to you for this, because this is gonna be, this is gonna be big, and as we continue to refine our skills, and take what we're doing to greater heights and put it in front of more people's eyes, it's gonna reflect. It's gonna reflect back to us. So dua to the great KaGemni for this, and you, Atef Rem Qem Maat, for bringing it forward again, and teaching it the way that you do. So the the book of Jubilee, the book of Job. I'll be trying not to talk about the Bible when I go there, but Sinetta keeps forcing it, and I'm gonna have to do it, because Sinetta won't let it happen without it.
He be trying to, it's almost like he trying to he pick a fight. Well, what about this? Like he just throw it out there and just sit back. It's kind of comical.
Yeah, you see how he introduced Apostle. He was like, he studies the laws, and here we have Brother PTAH, who also studied the laws of Ma'at. So he off top, I'm like, oh man, I see what he's doing. So
he be trying.
Yeah, he'll pop him on the screen, and then he'll be pop Sab on the screen, because all that's like tactics. He definitely wants, so
the clickbait.
Yeah, exactly, clickbait, real life clickbait.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's I see that, and either way, it's always still going to be Ma'at at the forefront, and I understand that after all of that, people love to talk about the Bible, and that's what people have. So that's the real fairy tale. It's just like anime for me, right? It's no different. Like it's the same exact thing. So we can go into the story and talk about what's in the story, but it's a story, and so where the big hypnotic spell comes in is that it's the physical embodiment, and everything else is not fake. So that's where the evil aesthetic intention kicks in. But just looking at it from a macro view, it's no different for me. So it's just like debating who's Goku or Vegeta, who's stronger. It's just like there's literally no difference to me. So I only like to talk about the Bible from a macro perspective, and let's just look at the artifacts, because people are so just in the story, and that's what is driving people's walk and belief system. So I'm gonna reach out to Sinetta too very, very soon, probably the next couple of days, to go back and teach on Geb, because I'm just gonna have to go to where I know people want to go but can't really go, and it'll be good for me to teach on it too, because it's a very deep teaching and it's very powerful. And it's very deep. So I may just keep bringing the sessions over there, and get some discourse coming and try to get some debate happening. 'Cause I'm just gonna have to go stir up the pot,
Look, I'm laughing, right? Because I be trying to be on my best behavior. I promise I do, right? I really do. When I go there, because I was there, and you know what's so speaking of that, I was clicking the link, right? I got you gave me some Sinetta links. So when it was like, where's your guys? I'm gonna make them a moderator. I was clicking the link. It wasn't letting my comments show because it had a link on it. And I was saying, I was trying to post the support Sinetta link, but because it's a link, it doesn't show. So it wouldn't even show me. It wouldn't show my comment. And then I just pressed Hotep. I just typed that in. But I be trying to be on my best behavior, man. I really do. I be trying to, because, oh man, it's like, it's a lot of, I don't know. It's just a lot of fed over there, and I'm I wanna approach it in a way that is respectful. So shout out to the great brother Sinetta for that platform, because it's a real big NEFA platform, man, and I'm grateful for that brother, because that's where that's not the first place I saw Saba, but that's the first place that I discovered a lot of the brothers, the different brothers' teachings, and I'm able to see the difference in Saba, and then such and such, and then all the names, Jabari, and then I forget the other brother name, Shaka Atmos, and then all those other brothers. It's good to see the dynamic, right? And now Ani is going to be on there, so it's only a matter of time before they take the bait. And you know what Saba say, he's gonna try to go on next Sunday, I think. He said he's gonna reach out to Sinetta, and he said he's gonna let us know and keep us posted, but he said he's trying to go on next Sunday, or I should say this Sunday that's coming up. So definitely look out for that. That'll be real natural, and we'll know, because he'll let us know before that. But yeah, that's gonna be real powerful, man. Once we establish a precedent over there, because for a long time they tried to ignore Saba. They tried to ignore the house of ATTON, and it's you can't ignore the material. You can't.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for. I know the ones in the shadows watching, but I'm no. There's a particular frequency that I'm embodying, and they won't be able to just act like it didn't exist, like Saba didn't really go there and change everything and show and prove what the scribes of Ma'at taught. So it's gonna make everyone uncomfortable, but it's like when I spoke with Saba before the show, and just for me, and being able to come forward and teach as an authority on what the scribes of Ma'at said, the only way that I would be able to do that is to live the teachings. That's the only way that I would even put myself in such a position to be attacked, So the only way that can work is by literally living it. And so we're not going away, we're not disappearing. We're definitely going to reestablish what the foundation is, and the authority for new people coming in, and the only way is to really just have discourse and debate about it. And the thing about me is, no one can use the excuses that most people always use. is, you know, the person's disrespectful, can't have a debate with them, and or you're not qualified, right? There's always a reason, the excuses as to why people say they won't, but what happens when, you know, you just don't go away? So eventually the dominant frequency will overtake. That's what it does. So you know, Saba's put in so much work over the years, and you know, yeah, I have a lot of wind behind me, and I'm just getting started. So we're just getting started. So we move as a unit. You know, that's another thing that Sonneter, that platform doesn't see. You know, where's the other students of the teachers? You know, if the teachers, you know, aren't willing to have any debate or discourse, you know, where are the students at that of the teachers? So, you know, I'm just very quietly walking through and you know, we're gonna have fun. So this is fun. This is practice. Like someone says, the hyperbolic time chamber. It's and we're doing it for the netter. So, you know, this is what it's for, is to reestablish what the teachings of Ma'at are, what the scribes of Ma'at said, and then just show as a living example, you know. So that's what each of the brothers that you see who come up here and give presentations and teachings, that's the focus. That's what we're doing and embodying by echoing Saba Tahuti, who is echoing the scribes of Ma'at. So it's a beautiful thing. So and tuat to everyone who is supporting, and I'm going to show that here in just a moment. Give everyone a few more moments if you're going to support, to utilize that, and the link is pinned to the top. It's in the bio. Show your support for this great brother, and you know, just the work that goes into what we're doing, what you guys see and what you guys don't see, and all the preparation and hours of you know, there ain't no clock in here. You know, it ain't no clock in and now, you know, it's you know, so, you know, let's support each other, because for those of us who are doing the work to take all of us further, you know, that's why the meru, that word mer, to support, to be a partisan, is such a powerful tone, and why it means that, because we're you know, we invest so much time and energy into bringing these things forward, and none of this is personal gain for us. Like, this is for the collective. This is for you all, and you know, so those who support that, you know, really plays an important part on how fast we go, and how far we go in a certain amount of time. You know, it's for the support around us, as we continue to keep moving forward. The more support that we have, the further that we can go, and the faster that we can get to where we want to go. You know, so it always starts with self, being a reflection, and then that's just echoed out, and as a collective, we're able to come together and do some powerful things, you know. So to everyone who is supporting, and hopefully the great brother Dejed can come in before we begin to close out. And also, again, I want to tell everyone who and Atef Rem Qem Maat, you were one of the winners of the Cyberthon. For all the Cyberthon winners, I'm putting together and creating a custom book of HEKA for you, and for whatever it is that you want to, do with it, and to utilize the covers, that which is covering on top of what you're putting into it. And I'm asking everyone to reach out to me, Amun and Amunet, which he reached out and emailed you back. So I'm looking forward to the return email on that. Abet Amun, and you as well, great brother. So if you could, send me an email.
That was for the with a verse, or what am I sending the email?
No, this is for the top, the top 5 winners, the top 5 greatest supporters, who is Maharu, Robert Williams, Amun and Amunet, Abet Amun, and yourself. And because of that, creating a custom made book of HEKA for you. So because it's custom to you, I need information, on what you want it to be programmed with.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I got
Yes.
you. Okay. All right. It'll take me a minute, but I got you. I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 off for that, great brother. Yeah. 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 I'm looking forward to that, man. And you're right about about Sonetta, right? Because the beautiful thing is that we are all at different places, right? We're all at different, as students of Saba and of the Natiri, we're all at different places, and we're all very, very, very powerful, and we're all very familiar with that frequency. And there's a reason why we're on this frequency. So that in itself is very, very powerful. So yeah, 2 off for that. Great brother. I'm definitely like I said, that's why I say that I'll be trying to be on my best behavior, because I'm learning, man. I'm learning, and sometimes the disrespect and the, some of the things that people spew is it's very you have to live it, like you said. We have to live it. So you can't fake it, like we was talking about earlier. So yeah, 2 out to you, great brother, and what we bring forth. It was a great showing, and yeah, the frequency over there when we show up now, it's like it's real tame compared to how it presents sometimes. So it's really good that that there's some people over there that are gonna, like I said, because there's a lot of people in the chat that are, that are where I was at when I was over there, and I was trying to find out about what people were saying, and what's real and what's not real, and who's telling the truth and who's, and for the most part, a lot of people don't show sources; they just show presentations, So that's another reason why with my thing, I learned to show, even though I don't always show a lot of the sources, I show where it came from, so you can go look it up yourself. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. And Saba being back on there and just establishing a foundation over there too, because it is a good platform, man. And like I say, shout out to that great brother Sonetta. What he's built over the years is phenomenal, man, and I'm grateful for him and for what he's done, and for all the brothers over there that teach, man. Because like I said, we all at different places, So yeah, that's we are all winners, in my opinion. It's not a competition. Yeah, Minty, I was listen. Saba needed the support, and I just supported. It wasn't about winning anything, but 2 off I'm grateful for sure. I'm definitely grateful, and you know, I'm definitely going to utilize the notebook. And I'm glad that we was able to come together and do that, right? Like even that, I'm glad that we was able to do that as a collective, and that goes to show how powerful we are, together. And it didn't take very long to do it. It took, we were there for like 8 hours, and Saba came on, but I wasn't expecting Saba to come on, and we planned that. It was very quick, the way it was planned, man. It was very quick the way we planned it, and there's a lot that we didn't do that we planned, which is very nefer. So that's a good thing. I'm glad Saba's back. It's definitely good to see him. Good to see him back, and it's good to see him happy and doing what he loves to do, which is teach. Because I love to learn. So, whatever I could do in playing my part and showing up, and showing my support. It doesn't. I don't need an award or a reward for that. Yeah, my aunt will always win, BJ and Farrell. You're right. So yeah, I don't need an award for that, but I'm grateful. And the Natiru exists, and me and Ani was talking before class, and there's a knowing that when you actually know that the Natiru exists, it's different. Because even with my presentations, this is my whole life. This is all I do. This is all I do is try to advance forward and raise my consciousness. So these presentations for me, like I said, 75-80% of it is me learning, and then putting the stuff together, which is a lot, but just incorporating it into my life. Like I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for Saba. I'm grateful, and when it comes to just a little bit of my process, right? I'm so grateful that I don't even ask the Nether for anything. I haven't asked since I found out consciously what I was doing, but I still give Hotep because I'm grateful, and I have every morsel in me, man. It's like I'm eternally grateful because I was upside down. I was, especially when it comes to the Hotep and the libations, right? We poured out water, we poured out liquor, we poured out different things for the homies that's not here, for the ancestors, we've done it. But to truly know now what that means and what that is, yeah, I'm grateful for that. Now I'm grateful for Saba for that and his altar class that he did. And I remember him speaking about it once on Killer Priest. And yeah, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for Killer Priest too. Shout out to Killer Priest, right? For his platform and what he brings forth. It's phenomenal, man. I love it. I'm new to the Natiru. The Natiru exists. Real life, real facts. Yeah, Minty, I look forward to you going back on Killer Priest as well. That was very, very, very natural. And you see what I'm saying, right? Like how you said, how we build it brick by brick, right? Nukpu said this yesterday. It's almost like a full circle, right? To have Minty Hotep on there, even though she told me she's a moderator, so she's close. She's been close to them. She stayed close to that. So that was really, really, really nefer to see her on there, especially representing as a female, man. You know what I mean? So at the same time that we're advancing. We got Ani going on Sarnetta for the second time, and then we had Minty going on Killer Priest for the first time. And it just goes to show the steps that we taking and moving forward. Yeah, it's a process, brick by brick, and it was good that I saw a lot of the supporters. It was great, man. I'm happy right now. I'm very happy.
All right. Yes. To our great brother. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, and yeah, I want to just briefly speak on this too. This part here, and I was also talked to Saba about this, because part of the practice that goes into what I do is I literally create a ghost of competitors that I've never met. But if there's someone out there who is digging and doing as much research and application, I don't know, but it's a ghost I created. And that's my competition, which is just it's just something I made up, right? Because there is, I do find great benefit in putting myself in that perspective, because it makes me stay on my toes, right? It doesn't allow me to slack. So I create an invisible competitor that may exist, maybe floating around out here somewhere, that just isn't public. And if I ever come into contact with that person, I'll be ready. And that's how I train myself and create my own competition, which is why when competition supposedly comes forward, you can see there's no real competition. You know, it's because I invent competition that constantly pushes me forward. So there is a lot of great benefit to that mindset, for sure. Especially, you know, even in the martial arts arena, you know, growing up in martial arts and any type of competitive combat sport, you learn that it pushes you forward. It forces you to grow, and not just necessarily at your own pace. You know, it puts a little pressure on you, because now you're going against someone that can take you out. So now as you create a competitive space for yourself, it literally eradicates any competition. So it is a very powerful frequency to walk with, and part of the hidden ritual that I do, and why there's such a separation when it comes to people. Now you'll get to see more of it the more I go there and converse with people. You know, the PEKA, the separation, and that is a huge part of it, for sure. So Tua to everyone, and let me show the support for those who supported this wonderful presentation. Oops, wrong button. And also just quickly, just to answer Arc Ice's question, who said, what is HEKA? In reference to what I was speaking of in the book that I'm creating for the top 5 supporters of the Tahuti Pod Class Cyberthon. It's a Heka'u Mecha'u, a book of spells or words of power, which is what we utilized, and also became what you see here, right? This hook in her hand. The HEKA creates the hook, and it's a symbol of power and the ability to hook something and control it, right? Which is directly tied to the words that you speak, as well as the words that you write with. So it's a very powerful magnetic drawing back frequency of being able to grab something and bring it back to you. Right, and that creates the hook, and that's the HEKA, which is what today people recognize as magic. So it's a very powerful thing. So speaking of HEKA, we'll go into all the great Meru who support, and I'm sure that we'll find that word within here from the great Nukpu 333 for Hotep Natiru Sinu PTAH and Minty for the takeover Sekim Maat. 333 for Hotep Natiru Karu Maru Sinu Au Pau Perim Atin Maat. 333 for Hotep Neter Atef Anku Jasaneb Mary Heku Maat. There we go. Dua to the great Nukpu for all of the powerful tones, MDWNTR here, and the great support that you give, and also Tua for the supporting us on Netter session as well. Great brother. Uncle Jasaneb to you. Tua very much. All right, and next we have the wonderful and powerful Angela Martin, Arc Isis, who sends 1555 for Nefer Teaching Patah. Tua, great Arc Isis, and Tua for leading by example and showing your support for the teachings of Ma'at, and for what we're doing. It's wonderful to see someone come in and get it. So Tua to you. And another one of the great Karu, the House of ATTON, one of the great moderators, Basatut Maka Aksafek, today for Tua Atef Rem Qem Maat for KaGemni reading, $20. Dua to the great Basatut for your consistency, great brother, your support in all the ways that you do, and Tua for the works that you're doing, great brother Hotep. All right, and next we have from the great brother Fix, who sends in 666 Tua Dua per M Atin. Tua Nini up to the great Fix. Tua, great brother, for your consistency and always supporting. Looking forward to seeing you again at the Pathways this year, great brother. Hotep Hinu. All right, next we have Robert Williams, who sends in 2072 for Atef's presentation, KaGemni. Keep teaching like this. Hotep to the great Robert Williams, great brother, extremely consistent, and a never supporter, and very consistent. So Dua Hinu to you, great brother, for your support and for always showing Marie to us, and being a great example of what supporting and being consistent with that looks like. So Tua to you. And I think that, all right, yes, and there is the Meru for this session, the support that's come in today. So Tua to the great Nukpu Basatut, Arc Isis, Fix, and Robert Williams, the Meru of the House of ATTON. Hotep.
Like my brother Arcad, always remain calm against demons.
Come join us. House of ATTON, Ancient Tahuti and Teachings of Natiru. Back to the source. We the original Axemen.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side.
All right, Hotep Hinu, to all the great supporters.
We got, I think it's.
Oh,
That?
yes. Yeah, that's Sorry Nobody. 14 ZAR. Let's convert that and see what that is. Okay, 79 cents. So Hotep to Sorry Nobody, 2 for the 79 cent support. Appreciate you. It says nobody here, conscious light forthcoming out.
Never Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
2 out to all the supporters. 2 out to you, Sorry Nobody. I didn't know that. I don't know how to work the super chat. There's a lot of buttons. I saw the comment over there. So 2 out to you, great brother. And 2 out to everybody that supports and consistently supports us. Is really nefer to have this support. And it's really good to see people actually support the truth. You know, so 2 out to all of you.
Yes, Hotep and Tua. All right, is Minty Hotep here with us in the chat? If you can type in the chat, Minty Hotep. We'll have an announcement for you. Let me make sure you're here with us live.
You post the link, right?
Yeah, I posted the link 2 times actually.
Okay.
But yes, Minty Hotep, if you're here with us, and yeah, just 2 everyone. Yeah, for supporting. It means so much, and it definitely assists us greatly, you know, to us to continue to grow. So, all right, she's here. So okay, Hotep Hinu. So Hotep to the great Minty Hotep, and I know that there was something brought forward a little while ago, and after speaking with Saba Tahuti, we decided to add to our moderators, and it is you, Minty Hotep, who has received that. So I'm going to add you here. So go ahead and type in the chat and see if there's anything different for you. As we have the great Basa Tut, as well as Amun Ka. But I also know that Amun Ka's schedule doesn't allow for him to be here live with us. So we want to make sure to have at least 2 here with us live during these shows. So Minty Hotep, that is now you. So go ahead and type in the chat and see if your wrench is there.
You did what? Never Unk. Everything is beautiful in life. You did what?
All right. So it looks like she has her wrench now. So
MDWNTR.MEDIA. Everything is beautiful in life.
all right, yes, congratulations to the great Minty Hotep, and I will email you, our links that we use and post, so you have access to that. So Tua, congratulations to the great Minty Hotep, and welcome to the Moderation.
Got another super chat. I'm sorry, nobody.
All right, you want to read it to us, great brother?
Yeah, is that what that's a super chat?
Yeah, super
Okay,
chat.
I didn't know I'm saying it right. Okay. Is it 2 or 3? I'm missing something? Okay. It says super chat from Sorry Nobody, 35 Czar. A nobody here. Skull, coffin, ghost, coming forth as conscious light. Star, peace sign, chat, Ka, Hotep, what's good? Au, missed the class, so ain't no what it do. Need merch. To you, great brother.
Okay, let me convert that to C so it's accurate to our eyes. 35 Czar, South African Rand.
That's where that's from. That's South African.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what Czar was. I'm to you, great bro. I knew it was a super chat. I'm like, okay, I think it's a super chat. I just see it on the side. But yeah, to you. Sorry,
so
nobody.
Yes, Tua. That's $2 USD. So Tua, as he advanced it. So, Tua. All right, and I posted the link for you, Minty, if you want to come up on the panel and say a few words before we begin our closeout.
Congrats, Minty, from Eric G. That's it. Bassa Tut say, congrats. Or Sinet, Minty Hotep. And it's Sorry Nobody say Cape of Good Hope. Mountain Valley, a yeah, that's you see we advancing. I'm loving it, man. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful frequency we in right here. Or we could just go watch Housewives of where they at now? Where they?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think there's something.
Where Jersey? I
have no idea.
You could do that, or you could be here. Learning something. Yeah. The brother say he missed the class. Sorry, nobody. I did a presentation on KaGemni. It's really short. It's only like a half a page, the writings. So I came forth with a visual presentation, as I always do. And you got to check it out. Run it back. Let us know what you think. And let me know. I did a lot of work, and then Scribe Ani came on and showed us, blew us away with a Nefer interactive papyrus on what I thought about. He showed the interactive cameras, which is very nefer. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going on there. I got it pulled up already. I'm ready. So that was real nefer. That was super nefer there. So yeah, definitely run it back and check it out.
Yeah, so as we wait for Minty Hotep, oh, there she is.
Hotep,
Peace,
Grace.
Hotep, can I be heard?
Yeah, you loud and clear too.
Wonderful.
You did what? Go ahead, Minty.
I don't even know what's going on no more.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Shout out to the energy that grounds me and keeps me centered. I don't know what's going on either, because as I was receiving my new
Position.
responsibility, I got cut by one of my cats, and now I'm bleeding deeply. So everything happens for a reason, and I would like to thank Sorry Nobody for his or her actions last night that triggered this new responsibility for me. It's great. I do receive it. I've been here at House of the 10 since the beginning. I've been under Saba Tahuti's teachings and guidance since 2022. So I am one of the first that he acquired from Killa Priest. I've worked very hard for this. Nothing that I have is given to me. I work very hard for it. And as a woman, there's a lot of assumptions that things come easily, and they don't. And last night was a testimony to that. It didn't feel good at the moment, but now I'm proud that I was able to ground myself and remember who I am and not get triggered by a stranger or this other person, entity, whatever it is, because they won't show themselves. Even when they have the opportunity to show up, they don't. So I don't know what this energy or who this energy is, but I would like to say thank you for triggering this. And House of a 10 forever.
Yeah, Minty, you well deserving of it for sure. Definitely, it's a nefer thing, and I'm glad that we're expanding with the females, right? You're a moderator, and the great sister that you brought that's here because of you, the sister Art Isis. It was very, very nefer to see. Like I said, she did the whole cyberthon. She was sitting in the car the whole time that we were, raising money for our teachers. So that's a testament in itself. And like I said, I'm in class, brother. I'm in Mexico, brother. I was on a motorcycle yesterday in class. I was on my motorcycle, and I was listening. I usually listen to music when I'm on my bike, but this time I was listening to the podcast. I was listening to Saba, so I'm not gonna miss it. I don't miss it. It doesn't matter what's going on. I'm here, even if I can't come to the panel. So I'm glad that we're expanding in that way. There's a lot of brothers. There's a lot of brothers. But there's I was just talking to my mate today, and I was asking her, where's the female Martin Luther King? Where's the female Malcolm X? Where's the female version of Michael Jackson? Where's who is the female? You name it, whoever you think is great as a man. Just where is the female version of that, right? Because we know that it goes hand in hand, Asar or Set, right? So Tuat to you is very, very well deserving, and Tuat for the new sister that's here with us right now, Ark Isis, Hotep Hindu to you, great sister, and all the sisters out there, Nefer Sekmet, Angela Gates, Betty Moon, Amunet. There's so many of you. So I'm grateful that that you all are here and you all are a part of this as we grow. So to all the great sisters of the House of ATTON.
Nani Uk, brother. It's been a long time coming, and I'm very proud to be a moderator.
Yes, Hotep to you, great mentee. Yes, well deserving. You're absolutely correct and accurate in what you say, and from the very beginning, even in the early Medu classes, you were the only feminine energy there. So you've made it through a lot of Isfet, and you're still here with us, greater than you were then. So yeah, it really shows and reflects. So Tua, and yeah, congratulations on your consistency, and living out the frequency of your Ren. And I love what you're wearing, because it reminds me of Tanjiro, and the main character in Demon Slayer, who was a very important character to me.
Look, even these are the earrings that I wear.
Nefer, exactly. So there's a lot of power, and that's one of the reasons why I love what Atef is doing, and what the House of ATTON is doing, and tapping into these animations to tell these deep stories, right, and bring them to life, and because they're so very powerful. And I know what they've done for me, and what they do for me. That's one created character that has taught me a lot, and I embody a lot of the teachings, within that, so
this is crazy. I didn't even realize that he does wear a green, it's not a flannel, but it's yeah, I guess it is a flannel. Same thing.
Yeah, it's the first thing I see when I see that. So
I don't know what's happening either, Tef. And for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, this is the character. From Demon Slayer.
Hold on, put it back up so we can see. Yeah, exactly. It looks like what you got on. So so yeah, Tua for representing, and there's a beautiful, yeah, it's just very powerful. So yeah, again, that's why I always say, whatever anyone uses to take themselves to the next level is a beautiful thing. And there's a lot of powerful creative teachings, in a lot of different areas. And what we're here to do is put that same spotlight on Ma'at, right? Because it don't exist. So, you know, we're starting from the very beginning, and we have reference to, we have great reference for a lot of avenues that we're going into to take Ma'at and you know, do what these other cultures have done very successfully and very powerfully, and it's very Nefer. So yeah, that character is very much something that I've copied for sure, because I don't want to, you know, the slaying part is you know, is really real, but Peke Mku coming forward as a purified being, and you know, it's a powerful thing. So Hotep Ark Isis, are you there? Mic check to you.
Yeah, finally, I think.
I see you coming in and out.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what's going on over here. I'm so sorry, Minty. It's, you know, I love you so much. I just love you so much.
I love you too, sister. I'm very glad that you're here.
Yes, and I just want a moment to speak, because I understand, and we all do, as we just went over in the Mighty Nefers, the script keepers, the things that they said about staying quiet and holding your ground and things like that. And that's very important. But then there are times, because we are all sovereign, when we haven't done anything wrong, that there is time to stand up for and speak on. I know sometimes it is very different with men than it is with women. And so I want to make sure that I speak on Minty Hotep, my wonderful, beautiful sister's behalf, and say I apologize for the treatment that you underwent. I didn't see it, and if I had, I would have spoke on it then. Nobody deserves that. I don't know who he is. We understand that we always have to welcome everyone in this unit, because we're trying to teach and grow, and with our great Saba Patah, our great Saba Tahuti, we got a Tef. We're always trying to rise above and be great. But while we're doing that, there is also honor in standing up for what's right. I watched Minty Hotep do that, and I'm not even going to mention the other person's name, but I honor you, sis. I honor you, and I honor how you felt. I honor the pain that you had. I honor the disrespect that you feel like was done to you. I know I ain't gonna say feel like, was done, because in my opinion, the things that I saw and the things that was spoken on was incorrect. It was incorrect. And a woman and a sister of your stature should never, ever have to deal with that, especially in this family. And you're more family with them. I'm new to the crew, but this my tribe. I ain't going nowhere. This all me right here. And so there's a respect that you bring to the table that should be expected, because that's who we are. And so you didn't receive that on a few different comments from this particular person, and I will acknowledge you, because the universe is about balance, and what goes out must come in. And yes, it's time sometimes to kind of, you don't need to speak on things and, you know, move on. And then there's times where the energy must be not matched, but acknowledged and shown that there is no room here for that. Your honor is great. The little bit I have known about the things that you have done, everybody speaks very highly of you, Patah, Atef, and especially Father, or Saba Tahuti. Sometimes I say Father because he just real big like that to me. So I love you, sis. And I just wanted to put that on paper. I wanted that in the energy. You are everything. You feel me? Everything. And a bag of chips and a loaf of bread. You know, or set head. You all of that. And you bring it every time with your love, your care, your concern, the way you move, the way you groove, the way you attend to and have their back, everybody's back, all the time. And I just wanted to acknowledge that. So, to all for being you.
Not a great sister. The energy, I'm so glad you're here. The energy that you bring, it's so refreshing.
Minty, your microphone is like choppy.
It's crackling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can try to leave and come back. But
Yes, and there's something that you can do as well. Are you connected to Wi-Fi?
No.
No? Okay. If you're connected, if you ever are connected to Wi-Fi, you can put your phone on airplane mode, so that way messages or calls won't come through or distract your connection. But it only works if you're on Wi-Fi though.
only on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't have a Wi-Fi connection, and it seems like the crackling and the interference is intermittent. It goes out and comes back. So
Yeah, try to go out and come back in so we can hear you clear. But yes, Hotep for your words, Archaisis. I think I missed some things. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, our great Minty Hotep. I mean, she's a pillar.
Yeah,
for
you
the house
weren't there. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that the great Minty Hotep is a pillar here at the House of ATTON. So
absolutely, you weren't there, PTAH, and I don't believe Atef was there. I think was that when you was riding the bike, Atef?
It might have been. I was on earlier before I came on. I was just listening. When I was on the bike, I wasn't in the chat. I was just watching, listening to the class until I got home. When I came on, I was finally home. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, great sister. Elephants don't swat no flies. So it's a lot of stuff I miss. It goes, I do. I'm just being real. And before this, I wasn't even really in the chat. Like before I became a moderator, I didn't even really pay attention to the chat. Now I do because I'm a moderator. I do a little bit more. But the thing is that I just want to learn. I'm a baby. I want to learn, so that's important to me. It's more important for me to focus on the learning aspect and the Ma'at aspect than to even focus on any of the isfat and negativity.
Yes, and that's normally I don't even read the chat. I didn't know what was happening until my sister talked to me and I saw one of her responses, and then I went back and read the chat to find out what she was referencing, and I understood exactly how she felt. And PTAH, you weren't there, I believe. I don't think you were at that one, so I don't think you got a chance to even see those things. But I did feel like her honor needed to be acknowledged, and that's what we do as sisters, is we build each other up, and that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's what it needs to be. So
yes, absolutely. That's that's what we're here to do, and the brothers know from the very beginning, especially being a public speaker. From the very beginning, the brothers know I never, I don't debate chat. I don't. Even on my Sonetter, the chat was closed. I'm not in the chat because unless someone's willing to come up and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Nothing that anyone can say in the chat can affect me, because in reality that could just be a bot. Most people on the internet are bots, right? Atef always said when we first come to the pathways, I'm just trying to see who's real and who's a bot, you know. So yeah, it's very important as someone who's going to be in the public and speaking in front of people to make sure that there's nothing in the chat that can affect you, because most times it's you're not really talking to like a conscious living being, you know. And the best way to you know, not allow it to affect you is to, you know, just recognize that unless someone's willing to have a conversation and talk in person, because you know, it really don't matter you know, what people are saying, or so any, you know, any ISFET or anybody saying anything in a chat box has zero weight. It means literally nothing. And that's, you know, that's just how we have to move being on the internet, because you don't know who's on the other side of that screen name. And you know, we can't allow that to change our mood. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so you know, it's a learning process, and it is a skill that's learned, because initially, you know, when we want to receive feedback, and you know, it is something that's learned, but it's a distraction, right? Because a lot of times the chat itself will be in a whole nother different thing than what the presenter is bringing, right? And always, that's one of the things of my adoration, that I like to make sure that the chat stays focused on what the presenter is showing, on what the teacher is bringing, because it can cause a lot of distraction. So but it's a different thing for anyone who's public and who's speaking, for everyone just to project judgment onto you, and everything's just a projection. You know, everyone is literally just looking at you and creating a belief system in their thought process of who they think you are, or what they think you should do, or how you should move. And this is one of the things that I learned from Saba is, if there's something that you want to bring forward, that you want to see, you know, then be the one to actually enact it, right? We're at that stage where if there's anything like you want to see more of, or you want to be a part of, you know, put yourself in position to bring it forward. And that separates, you know, just the internet world and real life. Because in real, I mean, it's two different things. People think the internet world is real life. And that's why we care a lot about what the internet thinks of us, but it's not real. You know, there a lot of, especially when it comes to hate, people will hate on the internet, but in real life, when they see you, it's nothing but respect. Ain't no real hate. How people get on here online and they're yelling at each other, arguing, you'll never see me do that, because I don't do that in real life. We're not arguing. So when you know, people are comfortable, you know, with that, because there's a fake wall between us, you know, and it's just not real. You know, nothing on the internet is real, you know. So we have to always keep that as the forefront, as public speakers, as public teachers on the internet. And there's also, you know, there's also something, there's neuroscience behind the power of negative or bad, where we can have 100 positive comments, but when we look at one, we tend to focus on that one. And that's an actual neurological process where studies have been done to show that negative thought has 4 times the power of a positive one. And it shows, you know, in being able to focus in on the negative, that's way smaller than the positive. So we also have to keep that in mind, that that's a real thing that takes place. And you see all the great ones, and then you see a bad one, it kind of makes you feel bad. But when you understand that it's not real, and also in the Seba'it, it also teaches that when you receive compliments or you receive adoration, you treat it the same as a negative comment, right? And you saw Mentuhotep just do that and transmute that, because it also keeps, those of us who it's natural and just normal for us to give praise to each other and not walk around super big-headed. I'm a god, I'm this, and I'm praise me. Like, no, because the same thing of the negative doesn't affect in that type of way, the praise doesn't either. It's all equal, and that's in the Seba'it, in the teaching. So yeah, dua to you, Mentuhotep, and again, congratulations on this. And yeah, you're phenomenal in so many ways. You've opened your home to us. Again, real life. This is real life. Mentuhotep has opened her home to us. We've been in there and building as an A'u in real life, off the internet. So yeah, it's a different level here at the House of ATTON, because everything ain't on the internet. We're just here because this is where everybody else is, and learning how to facilitate through that and reestablish the authority, is what the House of ATTON is doing. So yes, dua to you, Mentuhotep and Ark Isis, for coming up and supporting the great Mentuhotep the way that you do, because we definitely need that, and continue to raise each other up, build each other up, and because we're doing it. So if just like when I speak to any person, let's just show it. If we're going to talk about something, let's show it. What are you doing?
Absolutely.
And that's it. So it stops there. Like, that's it. And once there's nothing can be shown, everything else is just fluff. Yeah. So yeah, just again, dua Menti, and I'll email you. Just send me a reminder email, so that way I can provide to you all of our links.
Absolutely. Yes, I'll do that. And just to comment on Ark Isis for coming in and being my voice when I didn't have it at the moment. It's always in my conscious that I'm being observed. If I'm not being observed by a person, there's some energy or entity that's observing the times that I allow myself to react or not. And the Seba'it has given me it's giving me confirmation that the way that I move and react and what I do naturally is something that's sacred. So I didn't even realize, I didn't put the two together, that is in the Seba'it, like Brother PTAH just mentioned. The negative and the positive is the same, because I came in here and I gave thanks for what I had to experience last night. It wasn't comfortable, but I gave thanks for it, because that's what triggered what's happening today. So I just wanna let this, and also with Brother PTAH, I'd like to echo that it doesn't matter what's being said. If this person continues to behave like this and doesn't show face, they're nobody. And maybe, you know, that's the reason why their title is nobody. Because it's nothing. It's just a nagging energy back there.
Well, the great thing, Minty, is that you're my moderator now. So if there's anybody in the chat who's being disrespectful,
that's what I was getting to. That's what I was getting to. What I was getting to is that this is a drama-free chat, and the drama, the distraction will not be tolerated. So that's all it is. At the end of the session, the distraction won't be tolerated. And if you're taking any of the attention off of the classes, the teaching, or the message, that's it. So you're gonna have to make another profile, come back, and we're gonna figure out who you are, because you're not present, you're not showing your face. And I know the people that should be here right now, and the people that are not, and the people that are. So I'll leave that. And you can do with that what you think is gonna be the best for everybody. So peace to you. I hope you do find your voice and who you are, so you can present yourself the way that real people do.
All right, smile, baby. Come on, smile. Let's we done with that. You everything. Okay, these two friends just told you
sister,
we ain't giving no more energy nowhere else, right?
I know I'm not giving any more energy to it.
Oh my goodness, the papyrus. We on that now.
Yeah.
Raising
we've been on that, and I wish others would get on our level.
My mind done messed up again.
And Arc Isis, just before my crackling starts again, I wanted to say to you, Tua, your energy came in at the perfect time. Like Brother Atef always says, put your boat in the water where you're at. And you just came in and made a huge impression for other people to do the same. So, Tua to you.
Yes. So, wonderful. Yeah, this is how, you know, just look at, just follow, you know, how I moderate, and just how I deal with the chats and things like that, and just how much attention I give it, which is none. So there's a reason for that. It's intentional. So absolutely, and you know how the chat is equal for everybody. Everybody who comes in, you know, so long as there's respect and, you know, not distraction, then, you know, we allow people to have discourse and discuss and disagree and all of that. You know, we're not looking for you to just agree with everything, but respect is always number one. And especially those who have different positions. So, you know, because there's work and time and consistency that goes into being able to come forward as we do. So, absolutely, Uncle Jasa Neb. And again, Tua to all of the great supporters who supported this wonderful Tua Many production that the great Atef brought forward, and the teachings of KaGemni. What's the next one going to be, Atef? Do you know?
Yeah, it's Mary Kari. Is it? Yeah, it's the teaching for King Mary Kari. This one a little longer. Never heard of it.
I love that one too.
Yeah,
because that one is specifically on how to move when you carry royalty with yourself. How to move as a one who is being directly taught from a Nesubiti. So again, it's levels to this. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Great Atef Rem Qem Maat.
Yeah.
So, okay,
look,
okay, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like it's like 5 or 6 pages. I may split this one up into 2. I don't know. I gotta see, but yeah, I look forward to this too. Like I said, I just want to learn. I'm unfamiliar with the story, so I just. Go ahead.
Do I have any time to speak?
Yes, we'll go around the panel and we'll give closing remarks. So, Atef Rem Qem, were you complete?
Yes, I'm complete.
Okay, so yes, we'll go ahead and go around and give some closing remarks, and we'll start with you, Arc Isis, and then we'll go to Minty Hotep, and then myself, and then Atef Rem Qem will close us out. So go ahead, great sister.
Oh, okay. So, because I forgot to address it, it was another reason why I came on here. I had been doing so many other things. Okay, so your presentation today, you left no crumbs. You left no crumbs at all. It was everything. It was complete from the beginning to the end. It's like you walked in the room full of savages with food on the table. You ain't come busting in. You went in real sleek, real cool, spoke to everybody, opened your bag, put all that food in your bag, and walked out of there with a smile on your face and left no crumbs. That's how good that presentation was. It was short, but it was sweet. It was engaging, inviting, and very informative. So I just wanted to say that.
Atef, do you want to respond to that? Your mic.
Great sister, 2 out for that. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Can you hear me? My yeah, 2 out, great sister. I appreciate that. 2 out.
Yeah. Okay. Are you complete, Atef?
Yes. 2 out, great sister, for that. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's my turn. So I would like to say thank you to Hotep, Marie, to leadership of House of Aten. And I want to say to everyone in the chat, Brother Robert Williams, Brother Bossatit, Maka Ox Effect, let's see who else is in here. Angela Gates, I saw you in here in the beginning. Everyone that shows up every week consistently in the chat and interacts. And I also want to send a special thank you to our friend Sorry Nobody. Hopefully one day we will see your face, so we can greet you in person. And I hope you come out of the ISFET mindset that you're in right now. But for you and the energy that was sent to trigger this beautiful initiation to being a moderator. I'd like to say thank you to the House of Aten and a Hotep Neb Marie to our teacher Saba Tahuti. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just very honored to be in the space with such wonderful beings, and just to be able to have the conscious to learn from things that happen that we might view as not so fortunate, how to transmute that and to turn it into a positive. Neb Nefer Ankh, everything is beautiful in life, and that is the meaning.
All right, Hotep Marie, Uncle Jaseneb, and yes, Tua everyone for your attention. Without your attention, this don't exist. Your intention is powerful. You know, what you place your attention on, it grows. So when if there's something that isn't beneficial to you, remove your attention from it, and it no longer exists, which means it can no longer affect you. And just to give a source of what I was speaking of earlier, there's a book called The Power of Bad by Roy F. Biomaster or John Tierney. The Power of Bad. So everyone look up that book and study that, because it's very helpful. And in real life, where even when it comes to the things that we perceive as negative to us, is only 25% as bad as we actually perceive it. So when you know that, it's very powerful. So Uncle Jasenev, for all of the great supporters and all of the great Muraru of the House of ATTON, and dua to the Jed Sajim, great brother, Uncle Jasenev, to you. Hope that you are all is well with you, great brother. So tua, and of course the great Atef Rem Qem Maat for bringing forward these powerful teachings and guidance and videos and animations of the great Sabai. I am so excited to just watch what this will transform into over the next few years. So to our great brother for that, and of course the great Saba Tahuti, Amenhotep Ra, and all of what he does, and his great Aut, Tua for leading by example. And lastly, I will conclude with the MDWNTR and pass it to the great Atef Rem. Sakim M Arit Madert Ib A Semu Hatu Natiru Pert Hotep. I obtain the power to do what pleases my Ib. May the hearts of the Natiru lead me. I come forth in peace. Hotep Hinu, Uncle Jaseneb.
Yeah, congratulations, Minty. To you again. It's good to, like I said, I'm all for the feminine energy. I'm all for the women, and building a family, creating and continuing to advance. Definitely look forward to more women seeing this, and now we have a female moderator. It's very, very, very nefer. And I'm very, very honored to be a part of this frequency with you and to share this frequency with you. So to you again, and congratulations. And Hotep Henu to the great sister Ark Isis. My screen just went black. Can y'all see me still? Okay. To you, Ark Isis, for coming up to the panel and recognizing what this is and playing your part. I definitely look forward to growing alongside you as well and watching your advancements as well. To all the great sisters in the House of ATTON, great sister Angela, Betty Moon, Amunet, Sekmet, Lisa, all the females. I don't want to miss Harass Dead, the great sister Nania Setmer, our great TT Amun. All the Nefa female energy is so very necessary. And Hotep Hinu to all the great brothers as well. The great brother, the Jed Sajim. Be safe out there, great brother. The great brother, Basa Tut. Of course, my great brother, Nukpu. The great brother, Amun. No, I didn't say the great sister, Amunet. Shout out to you as well. Yeah, this is a beautiful thing what we're building here. So I'm just honored to be a part of this truth, and it's my honor not. Like I always say, it's no, it's my honor not. So, out to all the supporters, everybody that supports our channel, our family, the House of ATTON. Come join us. House of ATTON, back to the source. We the original Axemen. It's beautiful. So, of course, Hotep Inu to our great teacher, Saba Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, for being that example and being that leader and teaching us. What is this? This is something else. To you, great Saba. It's definitely an honor to sit at your feet and learn and grow and build. It's an honor to watch this thing being built as we are building it together and everybody playing their role. There is no such thing as one Natiru or one God, the Natiru. It's so very many of them, and they all play a different role, and they're all very, very important, just like all of us. So Hotep Inu to every vital role that everyone plays in building this thing. So Tua to you. And with that, is this something we need to post, Ani? Announce? What is that?
I'm not sure. What are you referring to?
In the thing, it turned green on me. In the chat. Tier 1.
I don't know.
What does it say? Level tier 1, Heru.
Oh, it says member for 1 month. So he's a member of the YouTube membership for 1 month. Level tier Heru. Message: congratulations to you, Minty. So okay,
to
wonderful.
us, sorry nobody, but I just want to know, how does sorry nobody see? We're gonna figure you out. So...
What is that?
Just continue your closeout, Atef. Don't worry about that.
Tua again. Tua
for the membership, and may you continue to keep supporting. Yes, go ahead. Great, Atef Rem Qem Maat.
Yeah, Tua to you again, to all the supporters. Again, to every role that everybody plays in building this thing. So Tua to you, great brother Robert Williams. Always good to see you in the chat consistently, showing up, great brother. And yeah, with that, we'll end the way we began with our Nefer affirmation. From today's teachings, instructions of KaGemni: do not talk freely, for the flint knives are sharp against the one who strays from the road. There is no hastening, except indeed against his misdeed. If you sit with the glutton, eat when his satiety has passed. If you drink with the drunkard, accept only when his desire is satisfied. Do not be quarrelsome about meat in the company of a greedy man. Accept what he gives you, do not reject it. Then matters will be pleasant. No words can get the better of the man who is free from reproach at meals. Being meek to the degree of complacence, the harsh man is kinder to him than his own mother. All mankind are his servants. Unki and Ma'at, Un in S, Nintet or Set and Ma'at, Min Hepapet and Ma'at, Her in Hukui, Per Ikut. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light.
Nev Nefer Ankh. Everything is beautiful in life.
Come
Come join us. House of ATTON, Ancient Tahuti and Teachings of Natiru. Back to the source. We the original Axemen.
You're watching me, but you don't want to admit you're watching me. This is great. I know exactly who you are.
Yo, let's go.
Shed. Closed my eyes, then I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement and motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed? Eating alkaline at this time, fasting rezo shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, fear had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of states effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I've seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.